Hello, this is Mavi. Today I'm making this video because there is a summer sale going on Charlotte Tilbury's website. And I thought maybe I could share with you my favorite products. Also, I can share with you what products I recommend. I also did my full face using Charlotte Tilbury products. Well, most of them. But yeah, that's the main goal of this video. So if this is something that you're interested, keep on watching. Right now, there is a summer sale going on. And I'm pretty sure many of you are probably thinking about buying some products, but you don't know yet which ones, or maybe you have an idea, but you are not 100% sure, right? I saw these products and I said, I have them. So maybe you would like to see how they look on me, and maybe that will help you to decide what works for you. I'm going to be telling you also about a few other products that probably are not on sale, but they're kind of new, so maybe you're also interested. And obviously, if I like a product that is not from the line from Charlotte Tilbury, then I will tell you too, because that's what I use. So anyway, let's go into the video. I already started with my eyebrows, and I did it because that takes a little bit of time. I've done a video how to do your eyebrows, so if you want to check it out, I'm going to be linking it down below in the description box. So one of the newest products that she came out, it's her glow toner, and this is the product. And just so you have an idea about the size, it's pretty much the same size as the setting spray. This is a step that you do after you cleanse your skin. On her website, she usually uses like cotton pads. It really helps you to exfoliate your skin and to hydrate it too, and kind of like prepare it for whatever skincare is going to come afterwards. You waste more product when you use a cotton pad. So the way I'm going to be using this is basically just put it a little bit on my palm like that. And I'm just going to do maybe like this. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so as you can see, it's very liquidy and kind of creamy. And so I'm just gonna tap this on my skin. Now, I've been using it maybe for about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. And it is a nice step before adding your creams and whatever skincare you kind of like to use. But the only thing that is not happening, and is what I saw in the commercials, is that it will give me like a very glowy skin already. Like you see the model doing this and then you see her super glowy skin. So I thought this product had maybe some illuminator or something like that, but it doesn't. And it doesn't leave my skin glowing. I don't know. I think that's kind of like a bad advertisement. As you can see, my skin looks pretty opaque. So it's not glowy. It looks clean, but it's because I already washed it, and you know, it's fine. But I haven't seen like a huge improvement in my skin because I already have a regimen. I already do a microexfoliation every now and then, so but I still feel like it feels nice. And if you want to splurge on this, I would say yes. If you were thinking about getting a toner, I don't know, maybe there are other toners in the market, or maybe you already have your own toner and that works for you, and I will say stick to that one. Another product that it's right now on sale actually is the serum. I had it before, I finished the bottle, and I purchased another one, and this is how it looks. Probably that's way too much for one use. I would say between 3 or 4 drops, that will be it, but I wanted you to see the creamy consistency. And this serum is super nice. Like as soon as I put it onto my skin, I feel the hydration. If you already have another serum that works for you, then you don't need, I don't think you need to go run and get this one. Now, if you want to get the sale, maybe it is convenient for you, and maybe this is a nice opportunity to try it. Alright, so next, you saw this one in my other videos, and it's the Magic Cream. I actually love this cream, and I do feel like it leaves your skin very nice and hydrated and perfect for like a makeup base. Now, do I use this every day? I don't. Of course not. It's very expensive. But I use it when I want to feel extra that day, or if I do have a special occasion. For instance, I used this one for my wedding day. I did my own makeup, and I truly love it. And now I don't know, this is a personal story, but when I smell this cream, it reminds me back to my wedding day. It's pretty special for me. So I use this match, not that much, and I like to focus this basically in the areas that I know I suffer a little bit of dryness. By the way, if you didn't know, my skin is like normal usually in summer times and a little bit more dry on winter times. Now, this is not a eye cream for sure, but I don't know, I like to put around my eyes. It feels really nice and it kind of prepares my eyes for eye makeups. Now, this product is not from Charlotte Tilbury and it's the EltaMD skincare, and this one is the UV facial SPF 30. It's a sunblock, but also it's also hydrating. So if you're like dry skin to normal like me, this will be perfect for you. As you can see, I like to cover my hands, and because obviously this is very important in your step routine, you can look for different sunblocks, whatever is good for you. I know Charlotte Tilbury has like a hybrid, like a sunblock and primer together, and I haven't purchased that one yet, and it's because I do have this big jar of EltaMD and I do have other primers with sunblock. After I finish my other bottles, maybe I might purchase that one, but I like to work on my skin a lot. I feel good doing this. It's kind of like massaging your skin too. This is pretty good, like if you had a bad night, you kind of like massage your skin, kind of like depuff. And I don't know if I'm doing it well, but for me it works. Let's jump into the makeup part, and this little guy is actually one of my favorite products from Charlotte Tilbury. I think I said it in every single video from Charlotte Tilbury that I recorded in the past. But what it basically is, it is a color corrector. It's actually shade 2 medium. And what I like about it, it works kind of like a concealer to me, because after I use this, I feel like I don't need concealer anymore. But, you know, if you like concealer, go ahead and apply after you apply the color corrector. And basically this peachiness is going to cancel any bluish, grayish undertones that you may have around the eyes. So what I really like about this product is that it's very, very emollient. So yeah, it feels super, super nice on the skin, and it looks very skin-like. So you see the difference. I really like this foundation. Now that I'm a little bit more tan, I'm going to be using the 7.5, and I think I'm going to be mixing it with my wintertime color, which is 5.5. So I'm going to be mixing these two. This foundation, the key is to really have like a very well prepped skin, and then you use this a little tiny dot. You don't need that much if you want a natural coverage. I'm gonna add like this much of foundation. You see how much it is? I don't know if you can see, but it's tiny, and this is basically what I use in my daily basis. But I'm going to this barbecue and I want to look a little bit more put together, so I'm gonna add a little bit of this one, and because also I want to mix this color, and I'm gonna apply it like that. I do still have some here, so I'm not gonna touch that part yet. I'm gonna grab a foundation brush, and first I'm gonna distribute the product everywhere like that, just so it can give a more even coverage. And once that's pretty much distributed nicely, then I'm gonna start blending my foundation. And as you can see, and you didn't need that much, this is already covering most of my face. You can definitely build it, but I feel like this foundation, when you apply too much, it becomes a little bit cakey, so you don't want that. With whatever I have left in my palm, I'm just going to go over my eyes, and this is going to be working kind of like a concealer because it's full coverage, and it really You don't need concealer after you apply this foundation. Something that I like to do is usually let it set on my skin for like about 3 minutes, maybe 5. You go ahead, do your hair, you go ahead, do something, right? And when I go back, I see where it kind of creases. So for instance, sometimes it creases right here. I remove it with my fingers because that means that there was extra product there and your skin is kind of like rejecting it. And so you don't need that much. Next product will be this powder right here, and this one I think is one of the best sellers around the world. I think everybody has it. Just the professionals, they do have it, and as you can see, it's very well loved. So I'm going to dust a little bit of this powder right here on my eyes so they're ready for eyeshadow. Alright, so we're gonna start with this palette, and as you can see, this palette has 6 colors, and if you really close this bar, then you have a very warm colors. You have your light, your crease shade, and maybe your smoke shade, and then here there's like a more neutral and a black. So it really allows you to either play with these 3 and these 3, or hopefully create your own colors. The formula is very creamy and it's very easy to blend. So for those days that you just want to grab something and go, this palette is your friend. If someone asks me which palette should I start with in the brand of Charlotte Tilbury, I would say this one. I could recommend a couple of others, but this one is one of my recommendations. Also because it is a matte formula, but it does have a little bit of satin finish. So I'm going to grab a very big brush, and it's fluffy, and I'm gonna grab this beige color right here, and this will be the base for my whole eye. So yeah, I like to do this, kind of like to prep and kind of to brighten my eyes. I like to apply a little bit more of the color right here in the very inner part of my eyes, so I can create more dimension and more space between them. Now this eyeliner, it's a dual liner, and it's a black end, and the other one is more like a pearly nude. And these are amazing, and as you can see, the black is almost gone, and this will be the perfect black for you to apply on the waterline, because it doesn't move. It's actually a little bit hard to work with if you're trying to smudge it, but if you're trying to do this like inner rim eyeliner, it won't transfer. And I mean, it is amazing. I really like it. I'm going to apply on my waterline like this. And this is going to open my eye immediately. You can see the difference right away, right? And this eyeliner tends to be really fast drying. It sets right away actually. And I'm going to use this to kind of like smudge and elongate my eye like that. You see? So do the trick, and if you want more, then you can add a little bit more like this, and keep on working little by little. It's better that you start little by little rather than putting a lot and then not know what to do with the rest of the product. So I'm gonna do the other eye too. Alright, so next color that I like to apply is this light one here, and I'm gonna be using the same brush, and yeah, I'm just going to look down like this. I do have a mirror, and I'm kinda going to place the majority of color here where the eyeliner kinda like ended. So right there. I'm going to do the same thing here. Right there. And then I'm just going to clean it. Here I'm just gonna move it back and forth, kind of like a windshield, and this is the step that Charlotte Tilbury always tells you to do. But yeah, so you do it like that, so it's a little bit more smooth and compare this and this one. This one looks a little bit more harsh and this one looks more like a natural shadow. Going to be taking the same color, and now I have a pencil brush. It will give me more control, and I'm just going to run it right here so it opens my eye even more. Very easy. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of this one over here on the very end of my eye. Still using like a blender brush, but this one is a little bit smaller, as you can see. So I'm going to have a little bit more precision, and I'm going to focus it right here. I'm bringing it a little bit inwards like that. Going to be doing the same thing here. See? Very easy, right? Alright, so I'm going to clean this, and I'm going to be taking this neutral color right here. I'm going to blend a little bit farther right here. What this is going to do is going to turn this very warm color a little bit more neutral. The more neutral, I think, is going to be the more natural. I always like to define this area of my eye. I think it looks a little bit more editorial. And those are my dogs. This is the time for you to add any sparkles. If you like the sparkles, you can do that. If you don't want any sparkles and you just want to keep it like this, that's totally nice too. And like I said, I'm going to a barbecue, so I'm probably going to be outside, so I don't want people to see a lot of makeup, even though I'm doing a lot of makeup. But I want it to be seen very skin-like, so I think I'm going to leave it like that. The best thing that you can do is to clean after doing your eyes. So for instance, you might have a lot of fallout right here, or maybe you did too long this part. It was too much, and this is the opportunity for you to kind of like fix and tweak your shadow with a concealer and a fluffy brush. So I like to grab a little bit on the back of my hand, work the product in the brush, and I'm going to be cleaning my eyeshadow like this. Any fallout is going to be clean right now. And this I'm going to sharpen. It's going to look a little bit more lifted. It's a nice trick. This is going to separate you from a regular application. This is what professionals do. They clean afterwards and they kind of like shape the eyeshadow. This is my secret. Not really, because everybody does that, like every makeup artist does that. But yeah, as you can see, now my eyes, they look a little bit more lifted and nicer. I forgot, but probably I should have done this before cleaning my eye, but I'm gonna show you anyway, because I mean, this is what I do. But you grab like a small brush like this. This one is from Redford, it's the number 29. And I'm going to dig in the brown shadow, and I'm gonna go over my eyeliner. And this brush is amazing. I really love this brush. Ah, I have to fall out. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, this is what you're gonna do. Like, go over the eyeliner that you did previously. And it's gonna be so easy because you already have the line there. I don't do the black because I think it's too harsh. But with the brown shade, I just go over my inner lash line, and I'm going to stand it down a little bit, right there. But it's very mild, but it's going to give me this feeling eye that I think is really sexy. I don't know if you feel me, you know what I mean? And I'm also adding right here at the very end of my lower lash line. I'm not adding it inside, I'm just adding it right here and keeping it kind of like open. Now the next product that I want to talk about is this palette, the Nudegasm palette, and it comes with two contour shades, a blush and a highlighter. I can do a video on which is the difference between bronzer and a contour, but just to give you like a broad idea, a contour, you use it to kind of like create more defined angles in your face. The color, it's a little bit more grayish, so it looks a little bit more natural. And you need to use maybe like a more narrow brush and smaller, so it gives you control of the color and you don't overdo it. And I'm going to be going into the very light color right here. First I'm going to dab, and then I'm going to blend a little bit. But as you can see right away, it's giving me this shadow, very sharp line. And I can continue doing this little by little, and it's very buildable, this formula. Very rich in pigmentation, but also easy to blend. So I'm going to be digging a little bit on the dark color. I'm just going to place it right at the very beginning here, and as you can see right away, it's showing the color. So I'm going to remove a little bit of the color, and then I'm going to start blending. And I'm going to bring it right here at the bottom. So you can see the difference, right? So you see this and you see this. This looks a little bit more flat. This one looks a little bit more defined. I like to bring this color also on my temples right here. Some of the dark color too. Very close to my hairline. Just contour a little bit of my nose with a smaller brush with a bronzer that has a little bit more satin finish, bronzing like bigger areas of my face. So like that. You see? It's giving me this warmth that I didn't get from the contour shade. And now I'm going over. So I do get the definition, but I also get the warmth. Now I look a little bit more tan even, which is great. Now we're going to be applying this blush. It's a little bit more shimmery. I like to place it a little bit more up, kind of like touching the lower lash line of my eyes, basically. And what this is going to do is going to lift my face a little bit more. It's going to give me the illusion that I'm like this, right? Now we're gonna be doing lips, and for this look I'm gonna be using the Hot Gossip lip liner. I really like this color, and I think it's gonna match with the lipstick that I'm gonna be using. So I'm just gonna line my lips, and next I'm going to be using this lipstick. This one is called Mrs. Kisses. It's a beautiful color. It's kind of like terracotta, and I think it's perfect for summertime. And right now, like again, there's a sale, and if you look it up in the website, they give you a chance to pick your lip liner and your lipstick. I do have a couple of videos swatching other colors that are right now on sale, so if you want to take a look at those videos, I'm going to link them down below too. I do like to use my finger. I don't know, I feel like I help the color to go into the skin. I kind of like to warm it up. I like to apply a little extra like this, and I grab a brush like that, and I just tap it like this. Tap it, and then I just add it onto my cheeks. Everything is more tied together. Oof. Summer look, summer look. Now I spray setting spray here. This is my soap, and this is obviously not a Charlotte Tilbury product, but I like to coat a spoolie brush like this, kind of like go over my brows. It's going to make them a little bit more fuller and put them on place. If you don't like to do that, you can skip this part. Obviously, it's not a Charlotte Tilbury product, but I really like how it looks. I'm gonna add a little bit hair strokes on my brows like that. So it looks a little bit more even. But you don't need to do this. If you want, you can use this end of the eyeliner before and kind of like add it right here. And you can add it also in the inner rim, but I'm not gonna do that. The next product, which is the setting spray, which I really like, and I think is one of the best setting sprays. I like the mist. The smell is alright. Lastly, I'm gonna be adding some mascara, like I said, and here it's up to you if you would like to add some individuals or fake eyelashes. You can do that. I'm just gonna keep it like this. Alright, so this is the final look, and I really enjoyed doing it. I think it was merely easy because of the quality of the products. They are very easy to blend, and that really helps on the application. I think I use all Charlotte Tilbury products, and the ones that I didn't use is because either I haven't bought them yet or I don't recommend them, but I think it was only 2 or 3. So yeah, I really hope you take advantage of the summer sale. I really hope I help you to make a decision whether you were thinking about buying a product or not. Just so you know, and if you know my other videos, I adore Charlotte Tilbury. I truly, enjoy all her products, and I bought them all myself. If you ask me, Mavi, if you can recommend me anything from this sale, which one would you recommend me? Would be choosing a lipstick and a lip liner, and if you can choose more than that, by all means go ahead. I love the summer sales because that's when I buy the products that I'm running low or the products that I'm curious about. And as always, I want to thank you for watching me, for commenting. Thank you so much for letting me know that you really enjoyed the video or the video was really helpful. That's the main purpose of this. The only way that I can grow this channel is by you guys subscribing and even sharing it with someone that you love. And thank you so much again, guys, and I will see you until the next video.